What is going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and I'm back from my quick vacation to 360 no-scope some awesome mobile games and deliver them to you right here in your YouTube inbox. And what better way to return than with Dragon Nest Mobile, a new MMORPG based on the 2010 Dragon Nest PC game. Now, this game has been out since just about a year ago, so it isn't exactly brand new anymore, but it is based on an old IP, and that means that I know a lot of you guys might have played the original game on PC, and now you're wondering, should we be checking out this mobile version of the game? First up, I am playing as an assassin. There are 7 different characters to choose from, and I quite liked this one because it has a lot of semi-ranged attacks, and its skills are very fast-paced, which I'm really enjoying. So what do we have to do here? Lure them into the holy territory to destroy them. Okay, so I clearly did that wrong. We have to lure them over here. This is part of the quest we're doing right now. And now I think, so we don't we don't even have to attack them when we get them over here. Anyway, you guys still saw the different skills that we could use before, and you'll see more of these abilities as we go into other quests. But for now, just understand that I'm playing 1 out of 7 different heroes, and I'm really liking this assassin character because it's great at showcasing the game's combat system, which is very fast-paced and honestly reminds me more of an aRPG than a traditional MMORPG, and I'm really liking that. It is one of these very unique mixes of aRPG meets fantasy MMORPG. It's quite refreshing, honestly. Yet another thing that this game does quite well, by the way, is mixing this 3D free-roaming camera that we're using right now with a 2.5D perspective, which might in some cases be more beneficial. I think actually for this quest, it might be more beneficial to go into this 2.5D instead of using the completely free-roaming 3D version. But I want to go back now though, because overall I still prefer the 3D version. As someone who is new to MMORPGs, it might be easier to use the other one. So what do we have to do now? Lure the golem, the last golem, and avoid this attack. Oh, that was close. Into the circle of holy territory. Come on, we can do this. Yes, there we go. Is that it? Are they dead? They didn't die completely. Okay, so we have to keep luring them in. I gotta admit, this quest is kind of boring, guys. I'm more into the normal combat mode of this game. But in any case, we're gonna finish this quest and then we're gonna go back to the city. Because yes, this game sadly isn't completely open world. These missions here are instanced. They are campaign-based. And that is kind of disappointing because I was honestly hoping that we would be getting a fully open world MMORPG to play around with. But it turns out we can't win every time. Let's get this guy over here. Come on, let's get him over here. The last golem into the holy territory. Oh, and it disappeared just as he was about to get in there. Come on, we gotta get him in here. Come on, there we go. And we have won this match. That's fantastic. So now as we go back to the city, how about we go into some of the things that I don't like about this game? And the first one is that some of the voiceovers in this game are just hilariously bad. I mean, I couldn't help but laughing when I heard them the first time around. They're really low quality, and some of them haven't even been fully translated to English yet, so they will still be in what I believe to be Korean, but it's completely random, so some of them will have been translated, some won't have. And that's kind of weird. Also, we have an energy system in this game. This goes into the whole campaign-based combat of the game in that you have to select one of these missions here, and then you spend some energy to enter it and fight the monsters in there, and then you go back to the town, complete a quest, go back into one of these campaign missions, spend some of your energy, and so on. So yes, unfortunately, we will eventually run out of energy. Also, there is no world map in this game, so we have to use auto-run to get to the next quest location wherever we have to go, because there's no map, so we don't really have any chance of knowing where we have to go when we're back in town. It's not really a huge deal, but for someone like me who really likes open world MMORPGs, it was kind of disappointing. Something that is actually working quite nice though is the targeting system in this game, because we don't have to tap monsters at all to target them. In fact, we only have to look at them, and that is something that this game at least got right, that many other single-player aRPG games did not get right. So I gotta give credit where credit is due, and in this case, this is actually rather well made. With that said though, I have 2 more things that I don't like about the game, and the first one is that new armor pieces don't change our appearance. We have to buy the different costumes for real-life money if we want to change the appearance of our character, and I'm really not liking that. Why do they have to do that? I mean, I know why they do it. They do it to earn more money from us, and honestly, monetizing through cosmetics is a completely fair way to monetize a game because it does not make it pay to win. But sadly, when you take away the aspect of new gear changing the appearance of my character, I feel less rewarded for getting further into the game, for unlocking new equipment. And sadly, this does remove a big part of what I really enjoy about RPG games, fantasy RPG games in particular, in that I love to unlock new armor, I love to change the appearance of my character, but in this game, we can't really do that, sadly, unless we spend real life money, or wait to get some of the free costumes, but, you know, mostly the developers want us to spend money. And that's a perfect transition into the last thing that I don't like about this game, which is that the PvP in this game is definitely pay to win. Sadly, it sucks, but the cash shop has items going all the way up to $100 and many of those items will make our character stronger, sadly. So don't go into the PvP, don't expect to be able to compete in the PvP in this game unless you spend real life money. Now, with all of this said, however, the combat in this game is still very unique, and that might just be the game's one redeeming feature for some players, as there aren't that many aRPG MMORPGs out there. But then again, on the other side, an energy system in an MMO? Please, developers, I think we deserve better than that as players. I really truly believe that we do deserve better than energy systems making their way into MMORPGs. Guys, let me know what you think about this game in the comment section down below. And now it's time for the mobile gaming news of the day, which is more news about the Nexon sale, as it turns out that Tencent has now teamed up with Netmarble to make a bid together to acquire Nexon. So the question still remains, of course, will Nexon, which was founded in South Korea and then has its headquarters in Japan, actually want to sell to a Chinese company like Tencent or not? Because honestly, they seem, the Chinese companies like Tencent, to be just taking over the entire games industry these days. But then again, I guess it's hard to refuse an offer from Tencent when they're sitting on $100 billion in their bank. I would understand why Nexon might want to sell that, and, you know, can't really blame them. As a gamer, I just hope that whoever ends up buying Nexon will take good care of their IPs, will keep developing them, won't make them pay to win, will maybe even make them less pay to win. I know that's a lot to ask for, but I actually personally truly believe that if Tencent acquires Nexon, we might start seeing more of Nexon's games, at least the future games, monetizing purely through cosmetics, because that is the trend that Tencent seems to be setting these days. And it's a great trend, and I really want to support that. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. And until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.